So let's go back in time. It's the year 1910. There are dirt roads, very few automobiles, and Halley's Comet has just been discovered. J.R. Dumas is a merchant. He owns the hardware store and the furniture store in the then tiny Rockwall, Texas. He was only 56 years old when the doctor told him that he had some kind of a heart condition and that he should go home and take it easy. And so he did. He walked home, walked out on his front porch, overlooking Wells College, sat down in his rocking chair, and basically didn't get up until the day he died. Decades later. J.R. Dumas was my great-grandfather. I never met him, but as you can guess, I heard this story my whole life. I still cannot imagine. I have so many things I want to do. Like today, I hope to convince each of you that age should be celebrated, that it should not be feared, and that there's things that we can all do to help prevent us from becoming victims of aging. Carl Jung says, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." Dr. Christine Northrup said, "Yes, growing older is inevitable, but aging, that's optional." Her book, Goddesses Never Age, was one of many in the stacks of books I've read in the last year, trying to learn everything I could about aging. And the great thing that I learned is that for the most part, it's all right here. Our views and our attitudes about aging are major indicators of how we'll actually age. In the book, Aging as a Spiritual Practice, the author Lewis Richmond shares a study that reveals that people with a positive attitude about aging live on average 7.5 years longer. And that a good attitude about aging is more of an indicator of our longevity than low cholesterol, low blood pressure, or BMI. And when you love life, and when you try new things, and you savor your life experiences, you are well on the way to living a longer and more rewarding life. But I have friends who aren't so interested in living a really long time. And I've always had this feeling that I would live into my 90s, and if I say something about it, my friends will go, "Oh no, I don't want to live that long." And yet I have two dear friends with mothers in their 90s. Both of them live alone. Jules still works 1 day a week, and Ronnie played tennis at least once a week well into her 80s. I can assure you that neither of these ladies are sitting at home in their rocking chair waiting to die. Instead, they're showing us what comes with age, that resilience. We've met and mastered so many of life's challenges. We're getting to know ourselves. Hopefully we like ourselves a little bit better. And we're less concerned about what other people think of us. We're willing to let go of who we used to be to embrace who we are now. A couple of years ago, I snagged one of the last tickets to see Willie Nelson perform at the Eisman. Right on. He had just turned 80, and I wanted to see him at least one more time, even though I'd seen him dozens of times in my radio days. As the concert played on, he launched into another one of his classics, "Funny How Time Slips Away." In an instant, I slipped back in time. The Longhorn Ballroom. How many concerts did he play there? Whiskey River. He owned a club by that name, and he opens every concert with that song. And who can forget those fabulous 4th of July picnics? As he played on and I really thought about what was going on, I was struck by the contrast in my own experience. On this particular night, I was sitting in the last row of the balcony. Back in the day, the who I used to be, I would have been backstage, or at the worst, on the first couple of rows. But I pondered those moments in great appreciation, and the tears began to fall. I wasn't crying because I wasn't on the front row. I was crying with the deepest gratitude for the terrific times I've had. Instead of holding on to that past, I appreciated it and then let it go, knowing that I'm creating new experiences every day, just like so many others have started and accomplished great things well into their years. Benjamin Franklin, at 70 years old, became the oldest signer of the Declaration of Independence. Golda Meir was 70 when she became Prime Minister of Israel. And Grandma Moses, God love her, didn't start painting until she was 76 years old, proving there's hope for all of us. And I could go on and on telling you these great stories, but the point is this: age can be a great liberator if you give yourself permission to love and live the life that you've always wanted. That's where the choice comes in. And if you want to have one of those lives that is well lived until the end, choose it. Make choices and do things, be things. I think it all starts with gratitude. I think that Ronnie, my friend whose mother played tennis into her 80s, I think this is the secret to Ronnie's success. She is grateful every day for everything. I think we have to be present. I think we have to be in this moment and appreciate it right here, right now. And that when we fear the future, we rob ourselves of the joy of right now. And then I think we need to be of service. We have heard countless opportunities today to serve in the most amazing ways. Pick something that resonates with you, and then be of service. And then, what about yourself? You know, sometimes we can be really good at serving other people, but what about your own needs? Have you ever wanted to sing or dance, or maybe you've always wanted to write? Then do it. Don't die with your story still in you. And if you are a person who likes to take risks and you want to have fun, but they, you know who they are, they say you shouldn't, you should be safe. Well, tell them that you'd rather fall down having fun than be safe sitting in a rocker. Life is too short. And so we make each of these choices every day in the way that we're going to live. If you're one of those people who wants to fall down having fun, or if you're a child who has elderly parents, give your parents permission to have a rewarding and fulfilling life. Don't let your well-intentioned fear prevent you from letting them fall down. Oliver Wendell Holmes says, "Men do not quit playing because they grow old. Men grow old because they quit playing." So let's celebrate life. Imagine the life that you want to live and then choose it. Be grateful, be present, be connected. Love your life. Love life. Because then you will be rocking your world, not your rocker. Thank you.